Hello, and welcome back to Ravenport. Got a busy day planned for today. So, what have we got to do? First of all, we've got to wash our harvester that was busy collecting all and harvesting all the soybean last time. After we've washed that, we've got our full trailer of soybean to take to the sell point. We've got to bale our soybean straw from last time. And then we're going to get on to preparing the field and get ready our sunflowers, which we're going to use our new planter for. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Start off by giving the harvester a good old rinse and get it parked up. Very dirty. Yes. Sparkling now. Very nice. So let's get you parked up. Header back on the trailer. There we go. All parked up. Nice and safe. So as mentioned, we're now going to head to the sell point where we're going to sell our soybean, which we had 2 harvests full, so it filled the trailer up 86%. Let's have a look where soybean is selling the best for. So soybeans. So 1600 looks to be the best price, and that is over at the ranch, which is up the hill and over down here. So yeah, let's get there. Whilst we're on the way there, I will mention that I'm hoping today you might notice there's no jerky steering. And that's because I reinstalled the keyboard steering mod. Basically what it does is it slows down the rate of steering and then the rate that it goes back straight. I uninstalled it previously because I found it a little bit annoying. Reversing trailers took a little bit of getting used to. But I feel like it just gives a much less jerky steering experience when I'm driving somewhere or I'm in the cab view like I am now. So yeah, I'm going to give this another go and hopefully make the steering look a little bit more natural rather than all over the place like it was before. But yeah, let's get to the ranch. and poor old JCB struggling up this hill. These mountain paths. See our farm in the distance. Very nice. See all that straw that we got to collect. So, £1,400. Uh-oh. I think I see a change in price. Yeah. Oh no, that is the ranch. £1,600. Ooh. Confused myself there. $44,888. Nice. The soybean prices haven't been as high as they have been before. I think mainly because I've been rotating soybean and canola. So drives the price down in the game. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to try sunflowers. Something a bit different. And also, if we're doing sunflowers, hopefully that means we can drive up some of the prices of the other crops. Well, what's gone up must come back down, so let's drive down these mountain passes, try not to go over the edge, and get back to the farm. It's going to take me a little while to get used to the keyboard steering mod, but it's good. Cool, so next we turn our attention to the soybean straw, and I am debating in my head whether to use the baler or to use the collecting trailer. Is that the word? Forage trailer? I can't remember what they're called. Loading wagon. There we go. Okay, this has grass in it. So let's stick to our trusty bale mechanism. I do like this baler. And with me using it, should be quicker than our helper in the last session that seemed to stop every time to unload the bale and then to unload the wrapped bale despite not needing to. So yeah, should get this done fairly quickly. And the first bale will be grass, as we had some left over from last time. And there we are. All baled. Very good. That was quite quick. I think I need to give the baler yet another service. It's relentlessly used, so it quite often needs a service to keep it up to scratch. And I think the tractor also needs a service soon. Like to keep a well-oiled machine. So give the baler a quick clean as well. Just a quick rinse. Not looking for pristine. Also not looking for grubby. Mark you back up there. I really need to get used to the keyboard steering mod. Right, I'm going to bring the Class Axion back up here and get it ready on the slurry spreader. Ready. Oh, so let's leave you there. And then we're going to jump in the JCB, get the bale trailer, auto-load all the bales, and then whilst we're taking that to the barn, we'll get the slurry spreader on the field to get it prepped. Whilst we're doing that, just give this a nice little nudge. Roll it to its home. There we are. Up here any second now. There it is. Yep, very good bale storage, these, from the Global Company mod. Very useful. So let's get the bale trailer hitched up and get them collected. You know the drill. Excellent. Bales all collected. 22. All but one soybean straw. And then the odd one out, I think, is canola straw from the previous harvest. One I forgot to take to the barn. Cool, right. Let's jump in the class. Pick up the digestate. And get him set off. Cool. Just using the GPS as a bit of a guide as to where to put the worker to get the best use of the slurry. And whilst he's going, we'll take these up to the barn sale point. Okay. I think it was 24,000 for the bales. A good take. Let's see how the helper's getting on. Probably wasting all our slurry. Right, take over from him. Cool. Let's get some more digestate then. Yeah, I'm very aware that I may have just been saying slurry when I meant digestate. So, apologies for that. Oh, so we're out of digestate. So we'll have a look at how much slurry the cows have got. Oh, 4,000 litres. That's a lot more than I was expecting. Will it be enough? I doubt it. But it's a free resource as byproduct from the BGA and from the cows. So let's use it. It would just be nice to have enough to do the whole field with one thing. Cool. Right, I'm going to stop with the slurry there, save what's left in the tank, and do that strip there with the solid fertiliser, just because we haven't got enough slurry to cover that section. Oh, actually, we've got some manure. Change plan. We will finish that slurry, and then we'll go get the manure spreader to do the last bit. Not used the manure spreader before. We've got a little bit in the collection point from the cows, so we will need the front loader. There it is. So we'll leave the class there, hop in, actually we'll hop in the Bura, go get the front loader, fill up the manure spreader, need the bucket, and this front loader is used by the JCB as well, so looks a tiny bit oversized for this tractor. I might have to get the smaller one so it looks a little bit more size appropriate. I think the front loaders you can get for... There's one for less than 150 horsepower and one for more than 150 horsepower. This tractor, I think, is more than 150 horsepower. 165. So it's okay to use this one. Just looks a little bit too big. But let's get this loaded then. Great. So we filled up the manure spreader. So let's go use it for the first time. I haven't used it, so it'll be interesting to see how it performs. I'm just gonna use GPS. Oh, there we go. Need to unfold it first. Oh yeah, look at that. That's doing a good job. And by my reckoning, we should have more than enough to do this strip, the next strip to the right, and then this little section here, which we couldn't quite complete with slurry. I'm pretty happy with that. To be honest with you, I completely wrote off manure as, you know, a usable field prep fertilizer. I'm not convinced that's getting the width. No, there's a gap there, which I'm not entirely happy about. Sometimes, there you go, you see. Sometimes the auto width on the GPS doesn't... You set it, you click on auto width, and then it seems like later on, you click it again, it changes its mind to how wide the tool is you're using. So, a little frustrating, but Hopefully not too much wasted there. Right, so that is getting all of that, no gaps, which is what we want. But yeah, I had written off manure really as being a viable field prep fertiliser. Just thought the cows would be making more slurry. I guess I have been using slurry, but yeah, the manure's saved us a bit. Saved us from using solid man-made fertiliser. This field is all natural. Great stuff. Right, let's get the manure spreader back up to the cowshed. And then the class action is there. We can hop in that because that is going to be our tractor for pulling the new planter. The planter needs 250 horsepower. It's a hungry boy. So I think it's the only tractor that will pull it and have enough to spare. So for going uphill and turning and so forth. The JCB's probably got enough horsepower, but probably wouldn't leave it with much to do other stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the Bureau here because we can fill up this rest of the manure to top up the manure spreader later on. Seem to have run over a log. And here it is. Our new planter. Looks like a bit of a beast, because it is. It is the Great Plains YP4025A, 12 meter width, and it is also a fertilizing planter, so it will fertilize at the same time, and as an added benefit it will also directly plant, which means we don't have to cultivate the field before we plant it. So we're basically getting 3 in 1: cultivator, planter and a fertilizer. Now I'm hoping that because we've put manure and slurry and digestate on this field when it's on no growth stage, that I can apply liquid fertilizer with this when planting, and should hopefully get the field up to maximum fertilization. And then that means we've only got one pass that we need to do with the herbicide when the weeds come through, and the field can be untouched until harvest, which would be great. So let's just check. Yeah, we've got first level fertilizer, we want to be getting our sunflowers selected. It's an exciting moment. Look at this beast. So if the second level fertiliser doesn't get applied, I will stop and unload it so we don't waste it, and then just apply the planting of the sunflowers, and we'll have to spray with fertiliser later. But let's get GPS set up for this one, because I'm not going to leave it for a worker. Oh no, I'm going to make sure that we're the ones who use this planter for its inaugural planting. See, look at that. The auto width just keeps changing. What is it doing? Don't like it. Gonna have to manually gauge it. That looks to be about right. Take the offset off. We don't want that. Just get it lined up. Turned on. Quick test to see. Oh yes, it is double fertilizing. That is perfect. So let's get this job done. Exciting times. And there we go. Planted the most of the field. There's just a little strip down here that I'm going to get. And then for some reason I've noticed that the sections in the middle seem to not quite be planting. I think that might be due to the terrain, so I'm going to try planting it at a different angle. But let me just see to this strip here, and then we can go and cover that. But yeah, I am very impressed with the planter. It's done a good job. We've done the majority, well, yeah, we've done like 98% of the field, and we've used just under 50% fertiliser. And I think we had about 50% seed in there. I'll have to check back how much we put in. But yeah, we've not used much seed and not used much fertiliser. So I think if we had a much bigger field or multiple fields, we could fill them right up to the brim and quite comfortably do the acres that we needed to do. Oh, so let's lift her up and then just go and see if we can cover these sections in the middle. A different angle. Okay, so that seems to have done it. Maybe for this field I need to, with the planter, plant it the other way than what I'm used to. So 90 degrees. Excellent. That is our field, planted with sunflowers. Our previous purchases from the last episode really paid off. And I'm very pleased. Just going to see if we ever did service the planter, because I'm not sure if we did. I think that's maybe why it was running so slow. Yep, there we go. Fully serviced now. And it needs a good old wash. Yep, so even though I said it, I did forget to service the planter. I don't think that will impact our yield, but I think we paid for it with having a slower planting speed. It was only 6 miles an hour, whereas it may be 8 or even higher. But I don't care. It was good to just use the planter, get the sunflowers in. Let's give the Class Axion a bit of a rinse as well. Brilliant. So, let's get the planter parked up. I really like that process. We've prepped the field with manure, slurry, digestate, and then we've given it its second dose of fertiliser with the planter using liquid fertiliser. And then apart from spraying it for herbicide, get rid of the weeds, we do not need to touch that field until it's harvested, which is great. Okay, so I've been having a little think about what we should do next. Obviously, we've just planted the sunflowers, but we need to have a bit of a plan for the future. And I've been doing some thinking about what we should do. I think the time has come that we should buy our next field. So, I'm going to jump in the JCB first of all, and then I'm going to look at buying our next field. So, in the previous sessions, I have talked about field 23. What's very interesting is it seems to be planted with sunflower at the moment, which is great because that's what we've just planted. So, I'm thinking, is now the time to buy? I think so. I think it is. It's ready to harvest sunflower, so that's something I'm hoping that we get to keep the crop if we buy the field now. I'm hoping that's something we could do, start on in the next session. So let's do it. 202,000. We get the heating plant and the barn with it, although we can already use those, so no benefit there. 202,000. It's quite an outlay, but we have got 743,000. So I feel like now is the good time to buy. And we can also expand the field in a later session to get more use of the space. Plus there's a few trees that we can harvest here for wood for the sawmill. So let's do it. Let's buy our field and go see it. Great stuff. This is now our field. The sunflowers might be overdone, but nonetheless, we can make pastures new with this field. And that's where we're going to leave it there today. So, whether you're watching now, live, or watching later, thanks very much. Hope you continue to tune in. As always, any likes or subscribes are much appreciated. If you've got any tips or advice or anything you'd like me to do, feel free to leave a comment. Whilst I'm here, one of my friends streams Fortnite and Minecraft, and if you like those games, you should go check him out. His name is Focus, and his channel is in the description. Yes, let's leave it there. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.